It's a year and a half before the presidential election. Time to take stock. We're about a year and a half now before the November '08 presidential election. Time to take stock of where the election stands. At Gallup.com, we have a more extensive summary of everything we know at this point. Let me hit for you 5 key points. First, I would say the environment still looks propitious for a Democratic candidate in '08. We know that from our generic ballot, where we simply ask Americans, would you rather have a Democrat or a Republican win the presidency in '08? Democrats have a significant advantage on that. And also, a Republican president in the White House, George W. Bush, and although he cannot run for re-election, his current approval rating is quite low, 32% in our latest Gallup poll. That could signify, again, Americans willing to shift to a president of another party. Second, Democrats seem to have locked in on Hillary Clinton as the probable nominee. Now, we told you here a month or so ago that Barack Obama, senator from Illinois, had caught up with Hillary Clinton in a poll, and he had caught up with her earlier in April. But when you look at the broad average of all of our polling of Democrats all year, we see Hillary Clinton maintaining, generally speaking, a significant lead over any other candidate in the race. Not a lot of change there. She has to be considered the presumptive front runner for the Democratic nomination at this point. Point 3, on the Republican side, a little more open race, perhaps. Former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani still leading the pack, but his numbers have come down some, and there's more shuffling around. On the Republican side, Arizona Senator John McCain has been fading as the year goes on, and Fred Thompson, who is not yet officially announced, looks so attractive to some Republicans that he's jumped up to essentially be in second place in our latest polling. Fourth point, Iraq, still the #1 issue that Americans are pondering when they think about the presidential race. We find the overwhelming majority say it will be either extremely or very important. Point 5, even though the environment is propitious for a Democratic candidate at this point, when you put actual faces behind the numbers, Democrats don't do so well. Here's our latest numbers pitting the Democratic frontrunner Hillary Clinton against the Republican frontrunner Rudy Giuliani. And note that although Clinton has a slight lead, it's really too close to call at this time, even though based on some of the other evidence I've reviewed for you, one would think she should have a double-digit lead. Tomorrow on the Daily Briefing, we'll look in a little more detail at the environment for an independent candidate, such as Mike Bloomberg. I'm Dr. Frank Newport, Editor-in-Chief of the Gallup Poll with Democracy on Demand. Take the Daily Briefing with you. Search for Gallup at the iTunes Music Store.